everybody, how are you doing? It's your boy, it's SnakeOMartyn, and I am here today to talk to you about some PS4 hidden gems, or stocking fillers, yeah? Christmas is coming, okay? And we need to fill up these stockings. I should probably make out that most of these games are actually digital-based games, so make sure these stockings that you fill are completely virtual. All of these games are about $20 or £15, give or take, unless you get them on sale, and that way they are a lot cheaper. Also, these games, a lot of them are actually on different platforms too. You can get some of these on Steam, some of them on the Switch. I think even one of them is on PS3 and Vita, so you've got plenty of options of playing these games. Don't forget, everybody, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, do all that stuff so you can find me for the next one. But without further ado, let's get on with the list! Now, Transistor is the first game up, and it is created by the Hades devs. Yeah, that's right, Supergiant Games, and it was released all the way back in a much simpler time, which was 2014. Now, this is an isometric, tactical, action, story-driven beauty of a game due to the combat and how you can kind of freeze time. Okay, there's lots of tactics involved with this. You play as Red. She's a famous singer in the city of Cloudbank. And she's promptly attacked, actually, by some robots known as the Process, and comes into possession of this cool sword called the Transistor, who weirdly has the conscience of a dead man. And that dead man is actually the narrator of the game. There's a lot of cool leveling and RPG elements where you get new attack and abilities. In this game, they are called functions, yeah, and it feels really rewarding to play and use all these cool attacks. It takes around 6 to 8 hours to finish, and there's a lot of replayability with it as well in regards to collecting some trophies, leveling up even further with what the game calls recursion, which to you and me is quite simply known as New Game Plus. Now, this is an awesome, awesome game. The story is really interesting, has loads of twists and turns. The graphics are absolutely stunning. You do not want to miss this. It's just fantastic. So yeah, please check it out. The next game today is called Detention. It is created by a Taiwanese developer called Red Candle Games. Now, it's a side-scroller survival horror game that has a really, really interesting story and art style. Everything almost looks hand-drawn, and it all moves like those old puppets made of paper. And you remember those butterfly pins? You remember these? Can I do this? That's how it moves. The game is set in the 1960s in Taiwan during a time called the White Terror period. Now, I didn't know what that was before playing the game, and you don't really need to either, because the game fills you in on everything that you need to know. Now, there is no voice acting in this, but that doesn't mean it's bad, okay? It just means you have to read a lot. Think of the old Final Fantasy games on the PS1. Now, if you remember, I said this was a survival horror game. How does that work when it's side-scroller? Well, it is truly, genuinely terrifying. Okay, it's incredibly atmospheric. It has some Silent Hill type vibes to it, which really, really works. And the world, oh my god, it's so creepy. So creepy. You deal a lot with different types of enemies, and there's genuine moments of terror that creep me out so much that I actually cried. Yeah, that's right. I cried. Now, if you like horror and you like a different type of way of storytelling, especially gameplay-wise with the side-scroller elements, please give this a go. Just remember, there is no voice acting, because I know that is a major turn-off to a lot of people. But yeah, if you like horror, this is a must-buy. It's not expensive. Please, please, chuck this in your virtual stockings, because this is a SnakeOMartyn gem of a game. Next up is the Unfinished Swan, which is actually the oldest game on the list. This game came out in 2012 on the PS3 and is actually a port of that very game on the PS4 and now actually playable on PS5. Now, it's a first-person adventure game where you essentially throw a lot of paint. And it starts on a completely white canvas, as you can see, and you can use the paint to get around. You play as Monroe, searching for the Unfinished Swan, and simultaneously learn all about the king in this world, who seems to be on a bit of a quest himself. Now, it's a really, really magical story and deserves to be seen by way more people than it has already. Now, I really love this game, okay? The way that the story is told is genuinely a breath of fresh air. Interacting with paintings hidden in the land, it's so, so cool. The music is amazing. The voice acting is also superb, having Terry Gilliam of Monty Python fame involved too. If you want a good story and you want to have it told to you in a really kind of childlike way, where you kind of learn the story as you go, oh, it's so, so good. Like, it really, really is good. Now, I think this game was actually really popular back in the day, but I think it's kind of been forgotten about recently. Although, it shouldn't be, because it recently got released on PC in September of 2020. I don't know why it took 8 years, but it's finally available on PC. So that's even more of a reason to go and pick it up.
Gamma Ray, this is Major Cigar. Do you read me, Gamma Ray? Gamma Ray, I'm afraid the situation is code blue.
Now, this game is absolutely insane. This game is Freedom Finger, created by Wide Right Games. This game is genuinely crazy, okay, in all of the right ways. It's a shoot 'em up, punch 'em up, F 'em up, bullet hell, music-driven side-scroller shooter of a game where you play as a fingery, fisty ship sent on a mission to save some scientists that have been captured by terrorists in space.
I'm the brains, and all the other more important parts like lungs, fingernails. And if this mission goes bits up, you better believe you're gonna be the butt that gets chewed out.
Now, the cast features amazing voice acting artists such as Nolan North from Uncharted, the real deal Nathan Drake himself, John DiMaggio, who you will probably know as Bender from Futurama, or if not, Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War, he's in it. Eric Bowser, who's basically the voice of every Looney Tune character these days. Now, it's genuinely a star-studded cast, and they really do go for it with every line delivered.
Mission Control, what's happening?
The soundtrack is dreamy. Now, I can't play you any of the songs here because of copyright, but I can do an impression of some. You like that? Imagine how good it would be on the game while you shoot things in a fingery spaceship. The art style is fantastic. It all appears to be hand-drawn in a cartoony style. It reminds me a lot of Beavis and Butthead. I love it. I love it. Now, honestly, please check this game out. It's amazing. Like, it's so good. And, yeah. I don't know many people that have played this game, but I'm so glad I have. It's that good. Check it out. Oh, and make sure you have an adult, or are an adult, because this game is naughty. Super naughty. With a capital naught. A less capital E at the end. Now, the final game on this list is The Sexy Brutale. What a name! Okay, I picked this game up a few years ago on a complete whim and only recently got to playing it, and my goodness, I love it. I absolutely love it. This game is an adventure puzzle game set in a cool location, which is a casino mansion, okay? You play as Boone, he's a preacher, whose task is quite simple. Save everyone. You've got to save all of the guests who comes to this party that is quite simply known as the Sexy Brutale. Essentially, you work in a time loop of 12 hours, which kind of equates to about 10 minutes or so, figuring out how to stop these innocent people from getting killed. Now, you save these people in a variety of ways, usually finding an item and then figuring out what to do with the item, and then, inevitably, hopefully, saving the guests. You also get some special abilities too in the form of masks. Now the main mask that you have just protects you and gives you a bit of time before getting killed. But you get way more masks as you save people in almost like a Mega Man system. You know, when you kill a boss and you get their power-ups. It's very similar. The story is told in a really cool way too, in the traditional way of cutscenes, but also in a way of finding out the story while playing the game, by overhearing conversations with the killers and the victims. It all blends together to make this really good puzzle experience. Now please give this game a go. It is so good. It isn't very replayable, sadly. All the puzzles are the same every time you play it. So once you kind of understand the puzzle once, or you've done it once, I would probably wait a while before you play it again. But it is very good, and you should definitely give it your time. Now this game probably cost me about £5 a few years back, and is the only game on the list that I have physical too. Wow, magic! And yeah, it's really good. Definitely worth picking up, especially physical, as it has loads of little extras like a soundtrack and a special booklet too. So yes, please check this out, and you can technically put this one in a physical stocking, which is a good time. That brings us to the end of the PS4 Hidden Gem / Stocking Filler episode. I hope you really enjoyed. I'll probably do another one of these down the line, because I think there's loads of really good PS4 games that so many people have missed over the years. And yeah, I love games, so why not? Why not? Also, please remember all these are playable on PS5 too, because I didn't want any of those people who bought them to miss out. If you did like this video, please hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and if you really want to talk to me, what are some PS4 hidden gems that you want me to cover in the future? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to catch me during the week, you can catch me on Twitch. I am now SnakeOMartyn on there as well. So please check me out. Hit that link below. And yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you next time. Take care. Happy gaming.